Sales of Tesla's electric vehicles in Germany are about to skyrocket. And I mean skyrocket in a bigger way than what anyone is expecting. Now, Germany has become a big market for Tesla ahead of a new factory opening. And as Evernext reports, so much for no demand and strong competition in Germany. Tesla is dominating legacy auto with imports alone. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. My name is Sam Evans and you're watching The Electric Viking. Fantastic to have you here. If you're new, welcome to all the new subscribers coming on board. Make sure you check out some of the 600 videos we've made over the last 6 months. Many of those are videos about information that doesn't exist anywhere else on YouTube, which will enlighten you as to what is really going on in the electric automotive battery industry. And it's quite a different story to what the mainstream media has painted. So I suggest if you want to invest in the right businesses, you check out some of those videos. Now, this article comes courtesy to you from Evernext, which make and sell aftermarket Tesla accessories. I'll put a link to their company, to their business in the description below. If you own a Tesla, you should check them out. Now, odd as it may seem now, there was a time not too long ago that Tesla was struggling in the German market. Or at least that's what the shorts said anyway. The naysayers. There's still a lot of Tesla naysayers, which is shocking to me, considering it's just idiocy. But they exist still, even on this channel. Now, sales in the land of the Autobahn were meager compared to other European countries. And Elon Musk was concerned, apparently. I feel like if we can't do well in Germany, that's not a good sign, he said in 2013 during a visit to a German Tesla service center. But that was 8 years ago, and now it's different. Now, even only 3 years after that, in 2016, things were looking up. Tesla sold more electric cars in Germany than any other automaker in 2015, and by 2016, the media was running stories with headlines like, German automakers who once laughed off Elon Musk are now starting to worry. And well, as you would know, if you watch this channel, I've made videos about the CEO of Volkswagen, Herbert Diess, saying their number one competition is not BMW or Mercedes or anyone else, Toyota, but Tesla. Number one. That is the CEO of the world's equal largest automotive company in the world. As 2022 approaches, that worry has evolved into something like panic. Volkswagen Group CEO Herbert Diess, remember Volkswagen Group includes Audi, has been warning his lieutenants that Volkswagen needs to transform its factories in order to catch up with Tesla. And he even took the unprecedented step of inviting Musk to address 200 Volkswagen executives via a video call, a move which he has taken a lot of flack for from inside the company and its associated union. Even, in fact, they've tried to get him fired. I made a video about the union and people inside Volkswagen trying to fire him, which is diabolically stupid. But it would be a great move for Tesla because I'm sure they'd hire him in a heartbeat. This existential angst is not based on fears of the future. It's based on what's happening in the here and now. In September, the Model 3 was the best-selling car in Europe, according to auto analyst Jato, J-A-T-O, via The Driven. This represents the first time that any EV or any vehicle manufactured outside of Europe has taken the number one spot. Germany has become one of Tesla's biggest European markets, accounting for around 25% of the company's sales on the continent so far this year. And the German auto market are absolutely panicking right now. In fact, experts claim that there could be massive job losses in Germany within the next few years, thanks to the EV revolution. I made a video about that, about the fear and panic going on right now in Germany about job losses. I'll put a link to that video in the description below. Before we mourn the murder or accidental suicide of the European auto industry, let's remember that monthly sales figures don't always indicate long-term trends. See the hand going up? You know, it's going up pretty fast now. That's where EVs are going. The entire auto industry is struggling with shortages of semiconductors and other components, except for the electric car auto industry in China. That's not struggling with those parts. And by all accounts, Tesla has dealt with the dearth better than most competitors. The production problems are causing all sorts of weird distortions in the market. Dealers continue to face issues with the availability of new cars due to the chip shortage. At least that's what they're saying. As a result, unwilling to wait for more than a year for a new car, many consumers have turned to the used car market, said J2 Global analyst Philippe Munoz. The Driven also reports that some independent dealers have been buying up Teslas and offering 6-month free trials in a complex dodge to harvest Germany's €6,000 tax incentive. So, September's spectacular showing may not be repeated in the months to come. Then again, it might. Then again, it most certainly will when these vehicles are even cheaper and being built in Germany next year using better technology on an incredibly fast factory line, not having to be shipped from China or America. Just imagine the sales, what they're going to be next year in Germany. They're going to be insane. It's anybody's guess exactly when the line at Tesla's Berlin Gigafactory, though, will crank up. But barring any last-minute snags, the production ramp should be well underway in early 2022. And remember, it takes Tesla 10 hours to build an EV. And right now, it takes Volkswagen over 30. And that is one of the key reasons why Volkswagen is scared. Tesla's gross margins are 30% on vehicle sales. Volkswagen's between 8 to 10. Now, the naysayers will say things like this. September was another wave peak month for Tesla. Only quarterly numbers are relevant. And yes, you would have a point. But remember, right now, Tesla is sending these vehicles on a ship halfway across the world and still selling them in record numbers. What will happen when they're built just down the road using a more efficient factory line and the latest gigapress, gigacasting technology? Add to that, when 4680 battery cells come online, you've got a recipe for domination. Now, one of the most common comments I'm seeing in response to this EvanX article is stuff like this from Warren. Warren says, it's going to be interesting to see what happens when prudent buyers start looking at compelling offers from other manufacturers. And there's a link to seekingalpha.com. Well, I've read all the Seeking Alpha articles, and if you'd followed Seeking Alpha's advice on where to invest your money, you'd probably be bankrupt by now. People in Seeking Alpha hate Tesla and have been bagging them out and telling you not to invest in them for over a decade, and they're still saying it today. If you'd followed their advice, you would have invested all of your money into Toyota. In fact, Seeking Alpha wrote a number of articles comparing Tesla to Toyota and telling people to invest in Toyota instead of Tesla. And that was a few years ago. And again last year. And how did that turn out, Seeking Alpha? Now, one of the biggest Tesla haters in existence, Mark Guillow, said you should be ashamed of these weekly posts of blatant Tesla pumping. EvanX's place belongs at Teslarati, not at neutral EV sites. Now, I totally disagree with Mark, because realistically right now, if you have a look at the likely global car sales in 2030, then this so-called pumping is not pumping at all. In fact, it's just stating facts. The facts are, very likely, Tesla will be the largest automaker in the world by 2030. Why is this? It comes down to one thing. They're planning to do so. If you don't plan, what happens? Imagine you're in a ship and you're the captain of a ship. And you don't plan to go anywhere. You just float around in a harbor and you don't go anywhere. That's what happens. And that's the current situation that every automaker, aside from companies like BYD and Tesla, are in. None of them have planned for being 100% electric by 2025. Even most of them haven't planned for it by 2030. None of them have planned to have enough batteries to actually supply what the market wants, and that is fully electric vehicles. So while there certainly are other compelling options, there isn't many of them. As I reported just today, Hyundai Ioniq 5, brilliant car. It's a compelling option. There are literally hundreds of thousands of people who want to buy one, but none right now are available. That issue will continue for many years to come. Thanks for watching the channel. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye-bye.